Okay, video blog take two. This will be the second time I'm trying this. How you guys doing? Thank you for tuning in. It does mean a lot. I do really enjoy reading your comments, and they've been very helpful. Um, just want to throw that out there. So it's July 30th, 2013. Well, really blank for a second. Um, and weight loss is going well. I'm wearing, for all you soccer or footballer fans, I'm wearing my Arsenal shirt, jersey, kit, sorry. And I had some pictures of this before, but this used to be very snug right here in the midsection. And as you see, kind of flows. Even nicer, with all of my shorts now, I sort of almost, and don't want to keep this PG rated, I sort of need belts with my shorts because they all sort of, this is great as long as I don't have anything in my pockets. If I have something in my pockets, it's sort of the shorts start to fall down, and it's kind of funny because about every third step, I kind of look like I'm doing the pee-pee dance, trying to catch my shorts before they fall. Ooh, close up of me. Okay, sorry, trying to get situated. So it's been a wonderful trip. Thanksgiving, I was about 260. New Year's Eve, when I really had gotten, I was done. I was fed up. I was 252, and now, and I'll put a picture up below showing a little picture of progress from that'll go up to the earlier part of this month, where I was 210. Now I'm 206. 0.2, 0.6, something like that. And 6 pounds from my goal of 200, which I've lost this gradually over a couple of days being August 1st. I've lost this gradually over time, which is what I wanted. I didn't want to lose a bunch of weight and my relationship with food not be fixed, as well as my relationship with my new self not be fixed, and start that cycle that we've all done where suddenly we just gained it back and more, and then just be completely downtrodden over it. I didn't want that cycle. I wanted to lose it gradually, to understand, to adapt, and to become better equipped, because I'm not going back. I'm done. I look at those pictures now, and that's it. I think I told the story last time. I love the fact my oldest daughter had grabbed my driver's license. She held it out to me. She says, "Poppy," she goes, "you're so much smaller now than in your license picture." It's great. We took, like, my wife and I took like three huge bags of clothes to Goodwill. I was looking at clothes in the back of my closet that had like dust on them that I know I haven't been able to wear them since our oldest was born, and she's 8. She'll be 9 in October. So, excuse me, I have a hiccup. So discovering this me has been a wonderful journey, as well as the weight loss, which is sort of my point of this video blog, is along this way, along this journey, as well as starting up my personal trainer business, which that website is coming, don't worry, and continuing my education to get my bachelor's in nutrition science, because a lot of people ask. We've all battled weight at some point, whether it's a competitive standpoint or it's a personal standpoint, just wanting to lose weight yourself. We've all battled this. We've all done this battle. We've all, we continue to battle, and sometimes it's just frustrating. And so people have asked me, whether publicly or privately, and I've always appreciated that and try to treat all of it with respect, because I don't judge anybody, and so people, my favorite line of questioning is, what's your trick? What's your secret? And I look at them, as calm and casual in my own sense, and look at them and say, sweat. It's a basic three-pronged principle of, there's an amount of calories I'm required to have, and that's the first step of figuring that out. Secondly is eat less than those calories. If you had a budget for how much you spend in the week, you spend less than you make. I mean, that's how you have something left over. It's the same thing with calories. And the third is work out a certain amount of calories. In my head, I'm always trying to aim for 12 to 1500 calorie burn on a daily basis when I'm working out. That's just me, because it works. It keeps me energetic. It keeps me focused. It doesn't have me craving and going through the starvation mode of simply being hungry and go grab the saltiest, greasiest, worst thing I could possibly have and kick myself for it later. But the other proponent of that is a lot of people don't talk about is I'm not trying to eat those calories back that I'm exercising. Because I'm exercising an extra 12 to 1500 calories, that doesn't give I don't give myself permission to eat over the amount of calories I've originally set out for myself. It still means I need to stay within that boundary, and the calories that I'm burned off are just helping me extra reach this weight loss goal. I see a lot of times people are like, man, I just ran X amount of miles, or I just did the Stairmaster, I just did this Zumba class or whatever, so I'm going to have a triple cheeseburger, and you're missing the point. That there's if you're working out to change and to become that person exists when you look in the mirror, then you have to eat that way too. Um, they have to work hand in hand. Sorry, I'm listening to the girls play, and just making me laugh. I don't think you guys can pick that up, but anyway. And the one thing I do want to talk about is something that's been on my mind for a couple of weeks now. Now that I'm really starting to hit that goal, and my mindset is changing from weight loss to maintenance, because it's key for me. This is it. I'm not, like I said before, I'm not going back. This is I'm still loving the fact when people see me, and this happened with my client I was training last week with an old coworker. She saw him and was saying, hey, and when she looked at me, she's like, literally, she said in the same word, not same sentence, same word, hi, you've lost so much weight. I probably could have jumped and hugged her dearly. It was cool. And I'm, a lot of people are saying that now when they see me, especially outside of just pictures or video, or whatever, and they see me and they're just like, wow. And that's flattering. I'm still critical. I think like most of us are more critical of ourselves than we should be, but it keeps me honest. But that brings me to my point is we never, in all these reality shows, it's almost the ugly duckling syndrome. It's this heavy person who's had this battle this all of their life, and now they've lost this ton of weight in a short amount of time, and then you just release them into the wild and hope that they've learned the lessons to do whatever. And as a personal trainer, and even as a person, I want to help people, and this is why I'm studying my bachelor's in nutrition, help people understand their relationship with food. Because, we use food for all the wrong reasons. I use the analogy of your car. When you go to the gas station to put gas in your car, you do not just pull up to a gas station. You don't just grab the first hose you see, put it in your nozzle, and just press and figure, well, if it's bad for me, I'll just drive it out later till it goes empty and then I'll get something else. Or, man, I don't even know what it is. No, when you pull up, you make sure you're grabbing the gas nozzle, not the diesel nozzle. You're looking at how much it's going to cost. You're looking at how many, offhand, I bet without even trying, how many tanks or how many gallons it takes to fill your tank. Sorry, how many gallons it takes to fill your tank, as well as how far a full tank will take you. We all process that information within nanoseconds without thinking. I asked that same question of yourself, and most of us don't know that. Most of us don't know how much food it takes for us to be full. Most of us don't know the right food to put in our tank. Most of us don't know what to do if the wrong food's in there. Most of us don't even pay attention to we read the shiny label, or if we read a label, we read the front of the label. We don't read the back. We don't take a look at what monosodium glutamate is. We don't pay attention to what a polyunsaturated fat is and a monounsaturated fat, or a saturated fat. Most of us don't know the difference between an LDL and an HDL. And these are life things. These are things that we have to know, because the number one thing that has helped myself, and I don't want to, I think for my wife, I can speak for my wife, in our success so far and transitioning over to weight maintenance, is knowledge. We're not starving ourselves. I had KFC the other night. My portion is probably smaller than most people's, but it's knowledge. It's understanding not just how many calories are in what I'm eating, but understanding the sodium as well as as well as the fat content, as well as the carbohydrate content, as well as the protein, and understanding what percentage of my daily intake of food should be those huge breakdowns, making sure, especially as an athlete, and I'm just starting to get comfortable in calling myself that, as an athlete, and understanding how much iron I'm getting. Culturally, my African Americans don't get enough iron. If you're a woman, it's double that of getting enough iron, especially the aspect of motherhood and that whole issue. Iron is a must. And you don't need supplements to do it. I don't. There's not one supplement I take. I don't. I don't believe in it, because if you have a nutritionally balanced diet and you're eating at the right times of the day, you're constantly food is fuel. Like I said, it's fuel to me. I'm feeding the tank exactly what I need. At the end of the day, let's see, using my handy dandy Body Media Fit. If you've ever watched The Biggest Loser, waiting for my stats to come up from my, at the end of the day, there's about 1,700 calories I'm supposed to have. Add another 1,500 calories. Here's a prime example of what I've burned for the day. Not sure if you can tell. I've consumed so far 1,580. I've burned 3632. I've had 2 hours and 33 minutes of moderate activity, and I've had 47 minutes of vigorous activity, and I've done 13,000 steps. I know for a fact I'm not eating 4,000 calories on my best day. I'm just not going to. So, because I've had a lot of people say to me, "You're not eating enough, Corey. You're not eating enough. You're just getting too skinny," and that's yada. The fact of the matter is, I'm paying attention to what I'm eating. I'm making sure that at the end of the day, 20% of my food is protein. I'm trying to keep my fat between 30 to 35% of my meal to stay healthy. I'm making sure that the carbs are going in. I'm making sure I'm getting my full day supply of iron and fiber, because it's fuel. It's fuel for the engine. I need it. This July will be the fourth straight month. I just knocked out 100 plus miles in running. I just also started training for a double half marathon again. I'm doing 2 half marathons. 2 half I did a couple of years ago, and they're 13 days apart. They're in the fall. I understand the fuel requisite there. I'm going to continue my weightlifting, because great thing about cardio, you do an hour's worth of cardio, your body will burn fat for about the next 2-3 hours at a very good rate, and then it comes back to your homeostasis. If you lift weights, good solid 45 minute hour, high intensity workout. That doesn't mean you did 10 sets and you sat and texted your friend for 40 minutes and then you went back no, like 30-second rest and you're powering it out. Your body will continue to burn fat for the next 24 hours. So if you just lose weight by cardio alone, you're pretty much going to have to run to death. If you lose weight by strength training alone, you're going to do a much better job of maintaining that in the long run. I'm hitting both tracks. The cardio aspect, because my daughters are 8, 6, and the youngest will be 2 next month. I have to be active. And the weight training is, I like to do this every once in a while to my wife and say, "What's up?" Do that, show a little tricep. So the overall aspect of this, what has really been on my mind is embracing the new me. It's hard. No one ever talks about that when they lose weight. Nobody talks about how you still see the old you in the mirror. Physiologically, psychologically, you do. You go put on clothes. It's hard for me to understand until physically it is on. When I go shopping for a shirt, I need a medium or a large instead of an XL. My brain, we go shopping and my brain still doesn't understand that. Same thing with my pants. It's hard, and I think that's a lot of times when you see people lose weight so quickly and they haven't embraced the emotional aspect side of it, as well as how they're going to view themselves and their change in their relationship with food. We gain it all back. We gain it all back because we make it a self-fulfilling prophecy. We only see ourselves as the person we've left behind because we haven't had time to adjust. So in our brain, we're just like, well, we're just what we were. So eventually our body follows suit. Your body's only going to follow where your brain goes. This is why I've enjoyed the fact that I've lost the weight. Um, I've lost the weight slowly because I've had time to adjust to who I am, to my body dimensions, to the change in center of gravity, to the change in my gait when I run now, to the way clothes fit, to who I am when I look in the mirror. I'm not gonna lie, this is a true story. The other day, I'm out running, and I'm a pre-dawn runner, so there's not a lot of lighting. Is my point. I'm out running, and I see this person from sort of a distance, and I'm thinking I thought it was another runner, so I do the traditional sort of. But before I wave, I look at him. I was like, man, this dude doesn't have his 40-year-old gut hanging out. His stride is smooth. He's looking confident, and I was like, man, I'm working to get there, man. I'm gonna get there one day. So I was really gonna be like, dude, Plus it's another runner at pre-dawn, so we always say hi. Went to go say hi, and true story, I startled myself because I didn't realize I was looking through an office window at the other side of a reflection of me. And I just stopped. I just stopped for a second. I got a little teary eyed. Honest, true story. Because we I have to relearn my relationship with myself. Um, I have to understand that I'm different now, and I have to understand that I have to allow myself to feel good about that. This is not an accident. This is who I am, and I'm proud of this. And we forget sometimes when we have this sort of success to allow ourselves to be proud, because this is hard work. This is not a pill. There's no powder. There's nothing I sprinkle on food. There's no 48-hour cleanse. There's none of that. This is hard work. This is something I want my daughters to see that I've done on my own. And I'm proud of that. And sometimes when we do things, we forget to be proud of ourselves. And when we forget to be proud of ourselves, we set ourselves up to fail repeatedly, because we won't allow ourselves to celebrate the wins. And we have to. If we want more wins, we have to celebrate the ones we have. Some people get a few wins and they're done. They're happy. I'm blessed with an attitude of I get a few wins and I kind of want more. And I want to do the work I'm doing, but I want to do more of it. And I want to find out what works for me, and I want to disregard what doesn't work for me. I think along the way of this weight loss, I learned to sort of tune out people saying things to me, because it's very easy to get upset. And when you get upset, when you're trying something that nobody else is doing, it's very easy to fail. But when you stay true to what you know, and you keep looking at yourself as the person you're trying to become, but at the same time enjoying the person you are and the rewards and the success that you're having, but remembering that each success to get to the next one is going to involve work. Saw a great shirt today. I'm allergic to excuses. Excuses don't work. Excuses get us to where we all were. They don't work. Work works. Hard work works. Sweat works. Discipline works. Doing the little things. If you work in an office building, whatever floor you work on, take the stairs. If you work on, like my wife works on she's pretty much a floor below heaven. If you work there, if you work that high up, all right, take the elevator take the elevator to the 10th floor, take the stairs the rest of the way, and gradually build that up. Go through your house, take out all these snacks that have no business being there, because there's going to be times you're going to eat. We're going to be weak, and we're going to go graze, and we'll make sure that the food you're surrounding yourself with is going to fuel that end all long-term goal. It isn't going to set you back. It isn't going to upset you. It's going to fuel you, and that's it. Take the emotional attachment to food out of it. There's no point. The maker of Hostess, Famous Amos, Mrs. Fields, Ben and Jerry, they do not care if you're upset or you're happy when you're eating their food. They just care that you made them rich. Um, so why should we have an emotional attachment to it? Sara Lee doesn't know you. Chef Boyardee has never met you in person. But what spaghetti sauce is orange? You have to think of these things when you're eating. Um, it's things I wanted to share, that when you're on this journey, don't forget to see yourself as who you are, not who you used to be. And don't beat yourself over who you aren't yet. Enjoy who you are. Nobody can ever take that away from you. Thank you for listening to me ramble. I'll be back soon. Stay good, y'all.